When we start learning the basics of chess, we learn that a pawn goes forward one step, and if it's moving for the first time, two steps, and it captures diagonally one step. That's a general understanding. But there is one special rule that we tend to learn towards the end of our basic learning. And that is the special rule called en passant. It's pronounced en passant. It's a French term. The rule basically means that if you move your pawn two steps and you move past an opponent pawn, then he has the option of taking it en passant. He can just take it. That's what en passant means. I'll repeat. If you move your pawn two steps and in doing so, you're moving past the opponent pawn like this. You've just moved past the pawn. It's beside the pawn right now. And then the black pawn can just take it if he wants. It's an option available for black in the next move. You cannot do it after one move. Immediately after the white pawn moves, black has the option of taking it like this. This is possible for any color or for any pawn. If a pawn moves two steps, for example, in this position, imagine black plays this move, pawn two steps forward. It has moved past your pawn, right? Then you have the option of taking it like this. Normally, this usually becomes just an exchange if there's a black pawn to take back. But in some situations, this can actually matter. For example, here, if you look at this position, white has a pawn over here, black has two pawns here, white has a pawn here, right? Imagine in this position, black tries to play a move like this. He thinks he's going to win with this pawn. So white will have to come running back and then black will also take this pawn. That's the plan. But then, en passant, right? The pawn has just moved past your pawn, which means you can take it en passant. That's a free pawn. But one thing you to remember is, if you make, after pawn forward, if you make a move and then he makes a move, then you cannot take en passant. And en passant is no longer available. It's available only in the immediate next move, which means immediately after this pawn has moved past your pawn, you have the option of taking it like this. Only if they move two steps and only if they move two steps past your pawn. Like for example, in this position, if their pawn was already here and he made a move and then they played it forward, then you don't get to take en passant. Because en passant is possible only if they move it directly two steps, not one step, two steps and past your pawn. Then you have the option of taking en passant. Many people forget this rule or are not aware of this rule. This is a basic rule in chess. So it's not a special thing or it's not something you can use in some games. It is a rule in chess. So it's applicable in all the games.